Welcome to Discourse. Today we're going to be discussing The Last Single Couple in America by Martin Sacchetti. After Jude, a gay man, and Francine, his straight best friend, survive a wasp infestation, the tragedy of a 30th birthday, things get back to normal. Until Jude unknowingly sleeps with the same man that Francine was hoping to begin a relationship with, causing a breakup in their friendship. A death reunites them at a time when they both think they have found their Mr. Rights. But will financial insecurity and kept secrets render Jude and Francine the last single couple in America? Yeah, so this story follows Jude and Francine. They are BFFs. And so we start off with Francine calling Jude in complete hysterics over him having to come over and save her from crazy wasp infestation. Mm-hmm. I was like, first of all, how does that even happen? Like, you go to sleep, your house is fine, and then the next morning, it's like, because it's early in the morning when she calls him, there's just bajillions amounts of wasps in your house. Like, how did that happen so quickly?
And she was just trying to make a pie, right?
Yeah. It's like, oh, all of a sudden I'm just getting out my ingredients and, oh, thousands of wasps. How does that happen? I was like, oh my God, that's a serious situation.
Yeah, all she had was like a fly swatter.
Yeah.
What's that gonna do?
A fly swatter. So anyway, she calls Jude and he's like, oh, let me get up and get over there, right? But really quickly.
It took him a while, though.
It took him like 15 minutes.
He was asleep.
Yeah, he was asleep.
She woke him up.
So it was so early.
I don't know, that was just rude.
Oh, God, yeah, rude. Well, anyways, I say he got up pretty quickly and got there pretty quickly. But no, you see right away, just based off of the conversation that they had, like, how they were speaking to one another was so just, like, you can tell they were really good friends. Like, nobody talks to each other like that unless you know them inside and out.
Yeah, because she was freaking out. There's wasps in my apartment. And he's like, wasp? Like, what? Did your family show up unannounced?
Yeah.
She's like, no, bees, you dumb A. Yeah. Like, yeah, they're like cursing at each other and she's freaking out and he's just totally calm. Like, oh, here's the dominatrix again.
Yeah.
Oh, now here's the hysterical woman.
Yeah. So, yeah, it really shows their dynamic right off the bat, right? So they rid her kitchen of the wasp infestation. And also at this time, Francine figures, hey, you're here. Let's have a discussion about your birthday party because he's going to be turning 30 soon. And I love Jude's personality so much because every single page, he has such like humor and wit. It's just flowing through his veins. It's just coming out so easy. And it makes me laugh every single time. You get his personality so well. And you just know he's just like really funny and smart and just quick-witted. And I love it.
Yeah, but he likes staying young.
Oh, yeah. So he's like, he's dreading his 30th birthday. He was even saying, like, we must all wear black to mourn the death of my 20s. Yeah. I mean, if that's not dramatic, I don't know what is. That's just great. I loved it. It was so
that
funny.
Was funny. Like, honestly, myself, I stopped counting after 30. Like,
yeah.
It doesn't matter. You just get more wrinkles, more white hair.
You just get more old, you know?
You hit your prime.
Sure.
But for him, yeah, he's just dreading it, and every time it comes up, he's like crying inside and hating it. So he lets Francine, plan the party and wear black and invite so-and-so, which this does open it up to Francine's not just doing it for him.
Yeah, she's not just wanting to throw the party for good old Jude, but for also selfish reasons. She wants to meet this potential
husband.
Mr. Right, her husband, Dakota, who is opening an art gallery.
And help support artists that are not well known.
Right.
And they can't really get their name out there, so he's opening up this art gallery.
Which is awesome, and it makes him seem like a really good person, right? Mm-hmm. So you're like, oh, that's cool. Like, yeah, let's have this potential meeting place for this guy. I mean, he sounds nice.
Yeah, which she found out from her friend.
Right, her friend Chicky.
Yeah. Who's an interesting girl that likes to meet people and be like, kiss my hand.
Oh, God. I love all the characters in this book, though. I feel like they're all super interesting in their own ways. And they all have a very distinct, like, characteristic to them. So we are quickly thrown into a short flashback that gives us a lot of good background information as to how Jude and Francine became friends. So they met when they were both working at an upscale eatery, and they also were working with another coworker, Sergio, who was a bartender who was gay. So it shows their first meeting and also them bonding. And then unfortunately the tragedy happens, Sergio's death, and I feel as though that is what helped Jude and Francine really gain that sense of friendship. It really helped them bond even deeper because they experienced a loss like that, which I thought was really cool and I thought was important to add to the story.
Yeah, their background, how they met, and how they're really close friends. Like this gay man and this straight woman who they have their own very similar complications with like the dating life and meeting Mr. Right. Just the way they met is kind of funny too. So Sergio was gay, he was in a relationship. Yeah. And they were talking to each other because it was Jude's first day there. Mm-hmm. Francine goes up to Sergio at the bar, getting a drink because it was a rainy night. And they're talking amongst each other and saying, "Do you think he's gay?" And Sergio's like, "Yeah, he's definitely gay." So they're just talking about him behind his back. And Sergio, he's gay. He's in a relationship with another guy. So of course he would know. But Francine is just, "No, I bet you your tip jar that he's not." And then finally they called Jude up to the bar, get some drinks with him, and he orders a scotch with lime. Uh-huh. But apparently that's a gay drink?
I think it was just the twist of the lime. I think he was kind of like, that's the tell, is the lime. Yeah. I don't know.
And then after that, and after the loss, of course, they got even more connected. And Francine even hit on Jude.
Well, a girl's got to try, because apparently Jude is very handsome. I mean, he has a lot of people who are interested in him throughout the story.
Working out.
So, yeah, and he works out. He goes to the gym.
And that's when she knew 100%.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, she's like, "Oh, dang it, you're gay. Great."
Yeah, but they said, "You're still cool. Stay the night." And then after that, they just were inseparable.
Yeah, I love that they, it was definitely awkward, for her to be like, "Oh man, oh well." But they moved really quickly, past that, and just became really close. And I feel like almost like brother-sister. I feel like that's how their relationship is. Because then we go in... Yeah, and then we go into how the first times they met their families and things like that, and their family dynamics. And it really gives us a good sense of who they are and where they are coming from. But also, how it makes sense that they go together as friends. Because even though both of their families have different things going on, they're both crazy. So it's they have that in common.
And Jude's mom.
Oh, I love Jude's mom.
Is your girlfriend coming over? He's like, "She's not my girlfriend." It's like, "She's a girl. She's your friend." She's very religious. I don't know. That's why she keeps pushing that on him.
It's just old school Italian, stereotypical lady, and she sounds amazing, and I loved her from the moment she was on the page.
And her recipes.
Oh, I know. Because they're so fresh. I love that. How homemade can they be? It's so funny. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, the family. And then the dad, having Jude make him, mix drinks at age 10. It was he seemed like a funny dude, though.
Yeah. Really well, you gotta, those are important things to learn, how to make some drinks. I don't know about 10 years old, but...
No, but yeah, he has a good family, and even a brother, an older brother, I believe.
I feel like his brother is a very interesting writer.
What?
He has a lot of interesting concepts that go along in his brain.
Yeah, it seems kind of dumb, but when you think about it, it's wow, that's very creative.
Yeah. Creative writing, bro.
That's one way to get attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just, honestly, I do want to read that book.
Just cause. Well, you like plants. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So anyways, so when Dakota comes into the picture, it really kind of drives a wedge in their relationship because things start to transpire that ultimately causes their relationship to break, and they have a falling out. The rest of the novel is them kind of finding their way back to each other and repairing that relationship. And I honestly feel like that was, the most interesting part of the novel is how they weave all their ends back in, right? Thanks for hanging out, and be sure to check out The Last Single Couple in America by Martin Sacchetti.